Empire, FLOTUS, Tidal, and Superhead.
It's time to keep it 100.
This guy is SQ Dollar,
And I'm Ivy Box, and this is Keep It 100 TV.
the place where nothing is off the table and no one is exempt. And we start today's show off with a TV show, Empire. What do you
Woo! I love Empire. Empire is my show. I'm telling y'all, I have heart palpitations when I watch the show. Jesse Smollett, he plays the middle son, the gay character. I used to have a crush on him on Our Own, when he used to play on Our Own. His sister, Journey Smollett, and his best friend, Raven Simone, they're friends in my head. Malik Yoba, y'all remember him from New York Undercover.
Yeah.
They just have such a dynamic cast. I think the storyline is great. And Lee Daniels, the producer, you know, he comes from film. So I think because he comes from film, the cinematography, well, I don't even know if they say cinematography on television, but you know, the skill that he brings from film to television, I think that helps to make the show so dynamic too, visually, with the script. I don't know, that's just my show.
I like it. I like it too. And me being as ghetto as I am, I like it because of Taraji. Because I hate when Hollywood find these black people to play hood roles that ain't hood and they not ghetto, Gabrielle Union, and they can't get it, and it gets me mad because I want to see authenticity. We always talk about putting black people on TV and having more black people in film, but I want to be authentic. I don't want no Oreo cookies trying to act like you did 10 years, and no, that don't work. Taraji is probably the only black person, maybe Monique, that I think could have pulled off this role with the authenticity, the rawness, and to just capture it. I like Terrence Howard. However, I just wish we could have got Wesley Snipes. I think Nino, oh my God, could you imagine Nino Brown being Lucius? That just would have been, for everybody in our generation, that would have just been it. It's Scarface and Nino Brown.
I think if it was a movie version of Empire, I don't know. I think the two actors that they have, because it might have been too much for Fox. You know, Fox, they was already taking a chance with Empire. That Wesley Snipes would have been too much.
They wanted some of that scandal money. Thank you.
Yes, they did.
Shonda Rhimes, you put a lot of people on. They wanted some of that scandal money, and they were like, "Hold on, we need something to get these folk over here watching us." So I like the music. The music is authentic, and as I DJ, I played the other day. I played a couple of their songs and I was DJing. It went really well. So shout out to
Empire. What's up? First Lady Michelle Obama received backlash for attending BET's annual Black Girls Rock. What do you think her participating in the program was an issue?
That is a very, very tough, convoluted, complicated, loaded question, because by virtue of her position as the First Lady, she represents the United States. However, she cannot separate herself from the fact that she is a black woman, a woman of color, however politically correct folk want to be at the moment. I don't think there's anything wrong with her going. I don't think there's anything wrong with her speaking, depending on what she says in the speech. I think others, because the only people who mad at folk who ain't black, to be honest with you, that's the only people who got a problem with it. I think they feel like when she starts to do things like that, or with anyone in a position where you represent everybody takes a side, they feel like they've been ostracized. I saw a lot of comments saying, well, if you stop making it black issues, then it wouldn't be race, and it's black people who making it race, and you represent the country, you should be saying everybody rock and not just black girls. And there's a part of me that say, I understand her logic, but there's a part of me that says, but she's a black woman. There's nothing wrong with her saying black girls rock. So I would just say probably that's one of those things where I would have attended to show support, because she can go to gay people rock, she can go to Jews rock, she can go to Muslims rock. But to stand up and actually proclaim it in your position as the First Lady, I think that might have been where it got a little inappropriate.
Probably, but in my opinion, she is the epitome of what that award show is even about, and I think it would have been a disadvantage to a lot of young girls if she wasn't present. And I'm glad that she spoke, because she had an amazing speech. It was very encouraging. She's a black girl who rocks. Get over it.
There's nothing. I'm with you. Speaking of rock. Music, segue.
Wait,
you see me?
Get it?
Tidal. Everyone sees this new thing that Jay-Z and a whole lot of other artists started. Company, they spent $50 million now, worth about $250 million some change. Tell me why. Why do you think he did it? Why do you think it's necessary? Why do you think some people hope it fails?
I mean, I think anytime there's somebody that's very successful or that appears to be successful at a lot of things, there's what they call haters that wish for them to fail. You know, some people, when they see people too successful and they're not as successful, is a little bit of jealousy. But I do feel like it's a music streaming program, and there's a lot of piracy, and not just music, and all aspects of entertainment, where you talk about film and television shows or whatever. So these artists, and there's 360 deals and all that stuff going on. So these artists are trying to find different ways to make money off of their art, and I think this is just another way for them to make money off of their art. It's just like, it's no different to me when Steve Jobs went to like all of the labels to try to get permission for them to put their music on iTunes. You know, now they're just kind of cutting out the middleman. You had Steve Jobs, you had Apple, then you had the labels, and then you had the artists. They're kind of just cutting out the middleman, and now it's the artists that are giving you their music. They're giving you exclusive content, so you're getting your money's worth. I think it's a really good idea. This is the first month.
But nobody ain't gonna pay for something they can get for
but
free.
they already have 770,000 subscribers. I'm sure it's growing, and it's only been around for not even a whole month. At the time of this taping, it took Spotify like 9 years to become successful. So you never know what could happen. The more artists that jump on board and continue to, especially if they wipe out their music from all the other streaming services and bring it all to Tidal, then you never know. It could be $1 billion streaming company.
I do agree with that. It's going to, that's what made Microsoft billions. Exclusiveness. We like feeling exclusive, and when we're getting exclusive content, you have people who will be willing to pay for that. Pirating is a problem, and as a DJ, I had to pay for my music, but everybody else is just getting it for free. And I think as an activist, as an artist, as an author, the things I produce as a poet, I want to be compensated for my work. If you're going to use it, I'm okay. That's what I put it out there for. But I also want to make $1 or two. And speaking
of authors, Corinne Stephan, known as also known as Superhead, in June this summer will mark the 10th anniversary of her New York Times bestseller, Confessions of a Video Vixen. What effects do you think her book had on the hip hop culture?
Listen, man. There's a lot of people that's still married to this day that you owe, lady. You owe the fact that you still got a husband to Corinne Stephan and that video with Mr. Marcus. Just a masterpiece. Like, I remember when it first came out and it started flying around everywhere, and every man who saw this was like, brother, you need to watch this alone by yourself. It's just awesome. Now, as it pertains to hip hop culture as a whole, I think she showed a lot of girls who do what she did, because she ain't the only one. Let's get it right.
She's not dumb.
She ain't the only one that do what she did and has done that. That girl should still do it now and don't make any money off of it. She was one of the first to do that. And now look at how many women have kind of followed in that same mold and made a living by airing their dirty laundry. And she's made millions. And she doesn't shy away from it. I often used to think about her son, but I think she's had, believe it or not, a positive effect on hip-hop culture, because she's helping those women who are being exploited find a way to make an honest dollar, so to speak.
Okay. No, but you were referring mostly to the video. We're talking about her book. Yeah. But I get it. Kind of one and the same almost, a visual version of the book. Hey. Who knows? Thank you, Corinne. But I do agree with what you say. I do think that it had an effect on hip hop culture. It brought light to a certain aspect of hip hop. She isn't the first one, of course. One lady did it with rock and roll or whatever. I don't know what to say. No, I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Wait, well, I can tell you what to say. You tell her thank you. You tell her thank you, because
no, actually, it was a really, really. Let me say this. It was a really, really good book. I think it was very well written. Her story was compelling. And you did learn a lot, not just about her. You learned about the industry. You kind of learned a little bit about the men that were in the industry, and you kind of felt sympathy or empathy maybe for some of the women that are in hip hop and some of the men, because they were affected as well. But I I don't know. Thanks, Superhead, for the book.
Thank you on behalf of men everywhere. Superhead, thank you for stepping out.
Thank you for being courageous.
And sharing your talent and skills with the
we
rest
might
of
need
the
to
world.
edit this last part
because
out.
they were lacking a lot of places. You have done more than change hip hop culture.
Yeah,
You've changed lives. Just like love you, love. Anyway, so we're moving on to the last call.
I want to say Black Girls Rock, but it's so inappropriate right about now. SQ, any final thoughts?
I want to say thank y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all supporting us. Please comment, follow us
if you want to weigh in
on Twitter, YouTube.
What are your thoughts about Superhead?
We're going to go back talking about some other topics aside from Corinne, Stefan. And remember, if you're going to be a monkey, be a gorilla.
If you're going to keep it 100. If you're going to keep it.
Keep it 100.